So The End of Oak Street is a new sci-fi thriller written and directed by David Robert Mitchell, in which we follow a family in 1982 that after a cosmic event have seemingly been transported back into prehistoric times. And before I continue on with today's video, let's also start a conversation below. Have you guys seen The End of Oak Street just yet? What did you think of the movie? Did you guys like the film? Did you hate the film? Did you love this movie? Let me know below. Alright everybody, let's get into The End of Oak Street.
Excellent!
This was a movie that I actually wasn't all that anticipated for. And I think that's because in the last, I want to say since Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, I've been I wouldn't want to say burnt out on the dinosaur movie genre, but ever since Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, then Dominion, and then Rebirth, I feel like that the dinosaur genre has just kind of lost its thing. It's kind of lost its groove. And the trailers to this movie just didn't get me all that excited, even though I am a big David Robert Mitchell fan. It Follows was one of my favorite horror films of the 2010s decade, and I do think that Under the Silver Lake is a solid conspiracy drama black comedy movie that, even though I feel like its ambition was too much for its own good, Under the Silver Lake is a very well made conspiracy thriller that I have thought about ever since I saw it. But I am very happy to say that I had a really good time with The End of Oak Street. As far as the performances go, I thought the performances were really good in this movie, with one performance in particular standing out, and that's without question Anne Hathaway. I have not seen her give a bad performance, and once again she clocks in, gives a great performance, especially in a sequence that happens later on in the film, which I will say shocked because I did not expect the film to go in this direction. And also Ewan McGregor, I've heard it's Ewan McGregor. I do apologize for butchering her name, sir, because like Anne Hathaway, I love Ewan McGregor. Walking into this movie, I was kind of burnt out and I was kind of hurt by the Jurassic or just the Dino movie genre, especially after, Jurassic World Rebirth. I feel like it just needs something new to like a brand new or just a fresh voice. I feel like that David Robert Mitchell made a better Jurassic World, better Jurassic Park movie than the last 3 movies combined. What David Robert Mitchell focuses on, and the main thing with this movie, is a family drama of a family that's currently fractured and just a broken family that's only made things worse because of this cosmic event that's happening all around them. But because I actually cared about these guys every time they went out, even though I do have a caveat to say about this later on, but regardless, when the shit hits the fan and when everything starts just to go down shit's creek, I actually cared about this family despite some decision making later on. The End of Oak Street is first and foremost a family drama that combines the elements of a survival thriller with the dino elements, but at times as well, a sci-fi movie with the cosmic elements, to which I thought were all very, very well done. The first 30 minutes, I don't even want to say the first 40 minutes for that matter, the build up to this event was really, really good. Getting to know this entire block, all the families, and the seemingly build up, and especially how the dinosaurs were revealed. That slow build up to the dinosaurs showing less and less before we go, oh my god, dinosaurs, man! David Robert Mitchell did such a great job of doing that slow build up and just giving teases and teases until you finally see that big reveal of that first dinosaur. That momentum, that build-up, all accompanied by Michael Giacchino's brilliant score, to which, once again, Michael Giacchino is one of the GOATs and for music composing. I mean, once again, when has Michael Giacchino made a bad musical score? I'll wait. And this movie has some solid sequences. One in particular had me actually on the edge of my seat. There are some sequences in this movie that were generally not only were so tension filled, but went further than I expected. Like, guys, there was a particular moment in this movie that went hard, and I was not expecting for this movie to go in this direction with this sequence, to which I apologize, I'm being quite vague on this one. There is a moment in this movie that actually had my jaw drop because I was not expecting for especially a PG-13 movie to go there. Was not expecting that at all. I believe this movie is about an hour 40 minutes, which I think was the great runtime for this movie. This is a film that does not overstay its welcome, and I do feel that in terms of pacing, it's a well-paced movie throughout.
Well, that's just fucking great!
Even though I had a really good time with the end of Oak Street, I do believe that this movie could have been loads better. One of the glaring issues that I had with this movie was the logic in this one. I mean, oh my god. There are some questionable, and by questionable, I mean some stupid character decisions made in this movie. There are so many parts where, especially by Ewan McGregor's character, to which, once again, nothing against Ewan McGregor's performance because he does do a great job in this movie. But oh my god, there are a couple of parts throughout this movie where he'll say a line of dialogue as a way of making a decision, and I swear to God, when the kids were saying, "What are we gonna do?" he said a line of dialogue, and I immediately thought, okay, I'm an optimist myself, man, but come on, you can't, come on! Not to mention as well, during a particular sequence, let me just say this, there's a moment that involves a car in this movie, and once again, a character decision is made. Are you guys that stupid? And unfortunately, decisions like that plague this movie, especially after when the shit really hits the fan. Honest to God, when did Dinosaurs become Solid Snake level stealthy? Especially a particular moment when two characters, well, a group of characters are talking, and this one big mother F is walking towards a group. How does one not hear something, at least in the backdrop, going on? There is a moment in this movie where a dinosaur is swinging its neck and someone gets a hit on the thing with a sledgehammer. Now, I don't know how heavy a dinosaur head and neck are, but I'm pretty sure the force and just the torque of that can easily stop a fully grown adult with a sledgehammer. And at times, this movie can be very, very predictable, and especially with the rule of threes. There are moments in this movie where I was like, okay, 1, 2, 3, that's gonna happen. Okay, 1, 2, 3, that's gonna happen. 1, 2, 3, this is gonna happen. I'm sorry, but you're an idiot, and I don't know what you expected from that. And one last thing that I gotta talk about, and of course, no spoilers, but that is the film's ending. I have heard that some people love this ending, and then I've heard some people had a lot of issues. Unfortunately, I had quite a few issues with the film's ending. But most of all, there's a particular question that this movie brings up, and once this film got to a certain point, the film's ending, I was more frustrated with how they decided to tackle a particular element of the movie's ending. And here we go. So overall, while it could have been a much better film, The End of Oak Street is still a solid, well-made sci-fi thriller that I had a really good time with. All in all, I'm gonna give The End of Oak Street a 3.5 out of 5. The End of Oak Street is a much better Jurassic Park film than the last 3 movies combined. A fun summer movie, go check it out, guys. And that's a wrap on my review of The End of Oak Street. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If so, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Let's get to 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And until my next video, I will see you all next time.